As you know, yesterday with the arrest of lawyers that were preparing for the tribunal, all evidence and their draft and their written scripts was seized. And that was too dangerous. Leaving those things in the hands of unknown persons was too dangerous because that carries the base of our case. And so we had to start putting pressure on the police. NBA got involved, everybody got involved because it's unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this in Nigeria. Now, it's taking over 36 hours, including sleeping here, refusing to leave before we can just say that some justice has been done.
What was the reason they gave for seizing these important pieces of documents?
Well, they claim that these documents were that somebody was printing documents and printing fake INEC documents. How you print fake INEC documents inside the hotel, I have no idea. They claim that there were some issues of hacking. I don't know how you can hack any kind of document information. So at the end of the day, I think it was very flimsy. What was said at the end was that they had a tip, and based on that tip, without investigation, went in and arrested lawyers, and it blew up in their face. It was totally unnecessary.
Have they been released, or when did they intend to release them?
No. So yesterday we got all the lawyers released. Lawyers were released on self-recognition. The assistant staff, ad hoc staff that were working with them, support staff, were released on bail, and the party chairman stood in for them to take them out. What we had to make sure was necessary to be released where all the evidence are from EC8, EC8A, EC8B, and most people know. If you don't know what that is, these are the agent's copy of the evidence that we had an election. If you take those and it disappears, then it means that APC was not in the field at all, and we couldn't allow that.
Okay, are you satisfied with the copy that have been returned to you?
Oh, we had to stay. Those copies did not leave our site at all, because we stayed with it and we watched it. So we have collected our copies back.
Okay, sir. When they released the statements earlier today, they said they had invited INEC's ICT staff to verify the authenticity of those documents, which they refer to as suspected fake or forged documents. To the best of your knowledge, did INEC actually verify those?
Yes.
And secondly, considering that INEC is actually a defendant in this case, is that not a cause for concern, asking a defendant in the case to come and verify the documents with which you will be prosecuting that defendant?
So those are two great questions, and they're separate questions. So the first aspect of it, did INEC send someone to verify? Yes, they did. The ICT person came to verify whether the EC8A and EC8B forms were authentic agents' copies. I remember speaking to the reg this morning and asking him that should an ICT person be the one to come and verify a document, and why they were not sending somebody from legal, for example, to come. But he assured me that the ICT person had the authorization to verify their document. So we accepted it, since that was an INEC person coming, INEC rec, sending the ICT person to come. So that was okay. He came, he verified that these are agent copies, these are clean copies, no problem with that, and that there's no forgery with that. So that was released. Regarding the second part of it, we are very vociferous in saying that INEC will be a defendant, and so cannot look at the draft, legal draft, cannot look at what we are working on, cannot see into the computers, into our files, because they will be a defendant. And the police agreed with us, so they were the ones who took a look at it, verified that everything was okay on the legal part of it, so that INEC, who is going to be a defendant when we get to the tribunal, cannot see our argument. That would be too bad.
Are you suspecting any person or any group for what has been transpiring since yesterday?
Well, this was clear, because at the end of the day, the first aspect of it is that this was a weekend. It was again another calculated attempt to stop us from going to the tribunal. And the people who arrested us, and this must be on record, and enough is enough. There is a group that they call Wike Police and Wike Police Station, and it must stop. We cannot have two separate police groups. So the first group are the ones that went, and they're the same ones that were used for hijacking elections. They're the same ones that are used for arresting all our people. They're the same ones. The last time when we were having the election, this same group were the ones that went to arrest candidates. So this must stop. You cannot have one particular group of Nigerian police force and another group of Nigerian police force. And it was these ones from the surveillance and intelligence group that went without, on a small tip. They just went and carried everybody. If we had not started making the noise we were making at that particular point in time, they would have carried all the documents there. But because we started putting a lot of pressure, they transferred it to CID. From surveillance and intelligence group. Had we not started and had the press, and I have to thank the press, because the press reacted immediately. If the press had not been there to blow this thing up, and NBA had not been there to blow it up, would have still been at surveillance and all our documents would have disappeared. So this was targeted. This was targeted by what they call Wike Police and Wike Police Station. And we must stop. I don't know how we can have two police stations, two police groups inside Rivers State.
Okay,
so that's where we are.
In summary, you want a fair process, right?
Absolutely. We know that we won this election. We know that it was hijacked. And so what we want to do is go to court and have our day. Allow us to go and do that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.